afternoon. Have you missed me? If you haven't, you're probably best scrolling on. If you have, since I handed Tax Tip Tuesday over to the lovely Emma, then here is the first of a 12-part series called Story Time with Sam. Yeah, alright, that name needs work, and please feel free to put suggestions in the comments. Now, this series is all about me continuing to give back to the accountancy industry. Please excuse this, which is the result of us finally going fully paperless. Every client had like a tiny little skinny file with a few documents in, but they're going. And this is the aftermath of January. I have turned everything upside down to cover GDPR, so no worries there. So this month, I want to talk to you about the art of saying no. Now, saying no doesn't come easy to a lot of people. And me being one of them. I had to learn to say no during December 21 and Jan 22, because if I hadn't, I think my business would have actually crashed and burnt, or I would have crashed and burnt, more to the point. So what did I learn? Well, I learned that it's okay to say no. In 2021, I gave away a lot of free time, whether that be to do webinars and podcasts, or whether that be to new clients or current clients, things that would usually be chargeable. And I have absolutely no regrets for that, because I felt that I got a lot out of 2021. However, there came a point, as I say, where I had to learn to say no. I took on too many clients all at the same time, and I'm not going to try and deny that. I really was chasing my tail, very, very late working shifts, and things got very pressured. Now, again, I have no regrets. Everybody's 2021 tax return and accounts were completed, so nothing went tremendously wrong. But it was scary, and it was very pressured, and it was very stressful. So I had to learn to say no. Now, the hard bit thing about saying no when you're used to saying yes, for me, is the fear of rejection. What if you don't get asked again? What if you disappoint people? What if you miss out on future opportunities because you've said no? But you cannot and will not ever please everyone. Now, for any fellow anxiety sufferers, this can go much deeper, and it's something that you can probably tell I've put a lot of thought into. The fear of saying no can spike anxious surges, because anxiety is the fear of the unknown. If we say yes, we know what will happen. The person that's asked something of us will be happy, and we will do what we have to do to meet their request. But if we say no, we're stepping into the unknown, and that's where the anxiety comes into it. But once you overcome the fear of saying no, you will learn that it doesn't always lead to a bad outcome. Saying no doesn't always mean confrontation. It doesn't always mean future rejection. Sometimes saying no just means, do you know what? I need to please myself before I please you, for the time being. So during December and Jan, I had to say no to a lot of what I would class as personal branding opportunities, such as webinars, podcasts. I had to say no to friends and family in the form of social events, and the big one for me, I had to say no to new clients, and that's what I'm going to focus on for the rest of this video. So saying no to new clients, especially as I'm still a relatively new firm and a small firm which is still growing, saying no to new clients was very scary. It almost felt like I was saying, no, that's it, no more growth, that's me done. And I knew I wasn't happy with that. So I couldn't stop saying yes to new clients. But what I've learnt is that actually I have lost absolutely nothing by saying no to new clients during December and Jan. I had a few enquiries for 2021 tax returns that I've had to say no to, and they've either done their own for another year and then they're coming on board for the current tax year, or I've referred them over to another accountant who I know will look after those clients, and they'll be happy there, and that's fine. The rest of the prospective new clients were for the current tax year, or limited company owners that have just set up, or their year end has just passed. I've booked them all in for meetings in Feb and March of 22. And do you know what? Not one of those prospective new clients has said, sorry Sam, it's now or never. If you won't see us next week, we're going elsewhere. It just didn't happen. Didn't happen at all, not once. So I dug deeper into this and thought, well, why? Well, the reason is because they think that my accountancy services will be worth waiting for. That's all it comes down to. They could have gone somewhere else and probably got themselves a meeting for the next day or the next week, but they're happy to wait. So putting a stop to new clients, a temporary pause on new clients, I've lost absolutely nothing. And what I have done is gain control of my business again. I got to a very scary point where I realised that service level was slipping slightly, and I'm not scared to admit it. I was letting down ever so slightly, but still in my own definition of letting down, I was letting down my current client base. Some of my legacy clients that have been with me since day one were having to wait too long for my liking for a response to an email or their accounts to be done. I wasn't happy with it, so I've done something about it, and you know what, it wasn't as hard as I anticipated. So onwards and upwards from here. Have a lovely February, everyone. Speak to you soon.